Welcome to project number 2 in our 3 Crafty Elves Advent Calendar 2025 with Anna, Jennifer, and Heather. We're the 3 Crafty Elves and bringing you 12 fun projects between December 13th and December 24th, 2025 here on our YouTube channels. And like I said, this is project number 2. I'm the one who goes first between December 13th and December 16th. If you missed yesterday's project, I will link it right here, but I will also link it at the end of this project tutorial. So if you want to, you can enjoy this one first and then hop back at the end of the video. I'm still using the banner sayings. That's what I designed all my 4 projects with. So the banner sayings by Stampin' Up! It's this really fun sentiment stamp set. And it comes, if you want the 10% discount as a bundle, it comes with the 3 banner punch. It's currently out of stock, but it will be back end of January. So if you did get our advent calendar, actually as a craft along kit, then we have these pieces punched out for you, so they are included in your project kits. And so this will be in your project kit for the advent calendar package number 14. So let me show you the bits and pieces that you need if you want to craft along or want to make this card without the advent calendar. And it's a fun, really colorful card idea that I want to share with you. So you just get everything out of your envelope. We have, as most of my cards, a basic white thick cardstock card base, 8.5 by 5.5, score and folded at 4.25 on the long side. And then we have some bits and pieces here. I have a piece of pretty in pink cardstock that is 3 by 3 inches. Now, if you did get the Advent Calendar Craft Along kit, yours might be pretty in pink, yours might be peach pie. This is the color that I used here on my card sample, but halfway I actually ran out of my peach pie, so some of you might have the pretty in pink. But then I also, of course, gave you the banners to go along with that in the pretty in pink. And then from your goodies on at the beginning of the advent calendar, you will need a piece from that Whispers of Texture. I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to hold it up to the camera so you can see which one of these. There's a line, kind of a design that is lines. That's what I used on my card yesterday. And then there's this kind of dotted, almost like a watercolor texture. Design to it. So you'll need a piece of that from your sample that you got in your advent calendar and cut it to 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. So we can go ahead and glue that down onto our in color cardstock layer with a nice even border all around. That's what I love about these in colors. They're really, oh boy, they really coordinate well. So, and now I was talking too much. Let's see if I can, let's see if I can save that. It's okay. If you're quick, you can still wiggle it a little bit into place, even with the Stampin' Seal. Stampin' Seal Plus, not so much. That is such a strong adhesive. I'm sure you heard that little tear on my cardstock with the Stampin' Seal Plus. That would have been even worse. So we have that. Then we have some bits and pieces here. You also have in the advent calendar, in one of your first few days of your goodies, you have some white baker's twine. So you'll need a piece that is about, let's measure that real quick. That is about 7 inches. And then go ahead and cut 2 more pieces and tie 2 cute little bows that we will put on the sides there. And then I have a piece of basic white die cut with our Stylish Shapes dies. And let me show you, let me tell you, this is the 4th. So out of the Stylish Shapes, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles. So it's the 4th largest, or if you want to count from the inside, the 3rd smallest. That's the size you're going to need. But if you got the craft along kit, that is included. And then we have 3 more pieces. So with the 3 banner punch, we have Pretty in Pink or Peach Pie, the banner that has the 2 tail ends, and then one in Petunia Pop that is just 1 tail end, and a second one from the Summer Splash. That's my color combination here. All of these are 2024, 2026 in color. So Summer Splash, Petunia Pop, and Pretty in Pink. And Peach Pie is also an in color in this group. And then the 4th color, number 5, was Shy Shamrock. So, but anyways, so I think either with the Peach Pie, but also with the Pretty in Pink, such a fun summer or spring color combination. But I actually designed all my 4 projects for this advent calendar with, you know, especially like young people, young adults, older kids in mind. And the sentiment, you did it, cue the confetti, you know, anything, any kind of achievement, big or small, could be celebrated by sending this card. So, but enough chit chat. So those are the bits and pieces we're going to need. And one more tool that you will need is a hole punch. I don't know if we have a small like hole punch in our hole punch assortment. There's like a pack of 3 little punches that go together that are in our online exclusives category in the online store with Stampin' Up. But I don't know where I put it. So I'm going back to my old like little, you know, handheld hole punch there. So I'm going to go ahead and I will punch out. Let's see, it's been forever since I've used this, and I'm kind of eyeballing it. So I'm going to punch that there. And I'm going to do that again with my Petunia Pop. Let's see, how far down? Nope. And then with this one, so I'm making some confetti. So with this one, I'm going to cut that in half. And since I'm horrible at making straight cuts just with my scissors, I'm going to place it into my little trimmer. So this banner is, let's see, it's 2 1/4. So at 1 1/8 should give us half. So let's see if I can still manage to do that. Okay. So just another fun idea how you can stretch your supplies. So I'm just going to double layer these, and again I'm bringing that into my hole punch and just double layer these and punch a hole. Okay, so those are our bits and pieces for our little kind of, I don't know, garland there. Okay, so now, oh, we need to do that one more time with our circle. So it doesn't matter so much which way you go. So I'll just put that about there. Okay, so, and that's all we need as an extra tool. Okay, so let's do some stamping. I'm going to bring in my Summer Splash, and I'm going to stamp my You Did It first. The banner saying stamps that it's so fun to just combine all these small sentiments. And they're all designed to fit actually onto these banners. But I thought for this one, let's combine them just on a little bit of a, like on a circle shape. So You Did It. Oh, and I almost grabbed into my ink pad. Oh boy. Off to a great start here. All right, and then I'm bringing in Petunia Pop, and I'm going to stamp Cue the Confetti. A little bit. I'm trying to still get it somewhat straight on there, even though my circle is going to be angled. But okay, looks good. So again, ink pad closed and out of the way, just to be on the safe side. Okay, now here's a little bit of the finicky part. As cute as this garland is, it is a little bit, yeah, a little bit effort goes into putting all of these bits and pieces together. So I'm starting off with my sentiment there, and I'm going to bring in my, let's see which way, one of my pretty in pink, and I'm going to stick with my original order there. Let's see, how did I, okay, I went over and under, over and under. Okay, so we're going to stick with that, over and under. It doesn't matter too much, so but you do want to get them on there before you glue it down on the back. So we're going to go over, under, and then with our petunia pop, I did the same thing. Like, should I go this way? Yeah. Okay, over and under. Okay, so now all you want to do is kind of have them in the middle. They can all like overlap, it doesn't matter, we can fix that later. But what we want to do is, so keep them kind of together. Again, it doesn't matter if they're a little bit messed up right now, but we do want to put a little bit of adhesive here and there. And I like to use my silicone mat for that kind of stuff. So again, we can sort that. We do want it hanging off a little bit. And as you can see, that's, I mean, that's plenty. If you could even trim that down. So I'll probably do that here in a second. So I'll show you what it looks like on the back. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, we can definitely trim that off, so you're not going to need that much. Okay. All right, so now we're going to put some dimensionals. I popped this whole panel up with dimensionals, so I'm going to go ahead and secure my baker's twine. Sorry if I'm a little bit off camera there. I'm going to secure my baker's twine a little bit. And, well, if we do it, let's do it right. So I don't want it to get smushed too much in the mail. And now all these got to come off. Eight and 9. Okay, so just ignore the flying around stuff. And just like yesterday, I forgot to actually reinforce my score line on my card base. So just give me a second. There we go, nice and crisp. All right, that's why you want to have a silicone mat. If you already took, put your adhesive on or took your backings off, silicone mat to the rescue, you can place it aside. Okay, and then I'm going to put it about here. So about the same space on the left and right side and up there. Okay, so now we can bring in just a little bit of liquid glue. I'm going to flip these over and just kind of get them into place. Oh, does this need to, let's see, I need to flip this over probably. How do I do this? Yep, there we go. Like I said, this is a little bit messy part. It's not necessarily messy, but I think you know what I mean. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is just, this is why I don't even want to try messing around with extra dimensionals on here. So we're just going to put a little bit of adhesive here and there and glue that down. So, and then this one. I know it's kind of hard to see for you right now, but so I want this a little bit further down. Okay, I want this tucked under. Can you tell I wasn't really thinking this through when I was designing this card? But hey, we're paper crafters. We're going to accept a challenge, right? And this is, yeah, it might be a little bit of a challenge. And hey, you don't have to, create the design exactly, the card exactly like this. Feel free to put your own spin on it. Okay. And a little bit on there. If you struggle with this, putting these banners in place, then don't worry about it. Just glue them together however you want. It's just a sample. It's just some inspiration, and you can do with it whatever you want. That's the fun part about paper crafting. All right, there we go. And now we're going to put on our little bows there. And as if all this adhesive business wasn't enough, so I'm going to bring in like these half circles of mini glue dots that I have from kits left over all the time. So I'm going to roll one of these up because I didn't even want to try and attempt and actually get this tied up with bows or anything like that. So we're going to pretend like this is all in one piece. Come on, stay down. Okay, and I'm going to put one bow down here. If you have our fine tip glue pen, of course you could use that too. Just for demonstration purposes now, because that does take a little bit longer to settle and really glue down. I didn't want to mess with that for the video. That would have taken even longer. So just rolling up like half a teeny tiny glue dot. Okay, and there we go. I'm not going to mess too much with this bow. Maybe I will, if you know me. I love baker's twine. It definitely is my favorite kind of ribbon. All right, so there we go. Let's get a little bit of this mess out of the way. And for some finishing touch, I'm bringing back the flat pearls and the matching in colors. Again, you have a sampling of that in your advent calendar. And let's see, so I had Summer Splash, Peach Pie, and then Petunia Pop on this one. Since I'm using Pretty and Pink on this one, we'll go with that. So a big one of the Summer Splash down here. And then a small Pretty and Pink down here. And then a little one, Petunia Pop, up here. So I'm picking up all the colors, and I have my triangle there. If you've watched my videos before, then you know I like to do my embellishments, my bling in like pairs of three. Pairs of three? Does that make sense? Sets of three, I guess. So to kind of build a triangle to create interest. And there you go. So yeah, let me know in the comments of this video tutorial which one you like more, the peach pie combo with Summer Splash and Petunia Pop, or if you like it more with the Pretty and Pink. I think both are really cute and fun. Maybe this is a little bit more girly. I don't know. I think they're both really fun and cute to send off, like I said, maybe to some older kids, young adults, you know, as a congratulation card for any kind of achievement. So that is my project for today. If you sign up for the Advent calendar, you will also have in your email by now, or maybe a little bit later in the day. All three of us have a little bit of a different schedule, but you will have the PDF tutorial for this card and all the cards, all 12 cards that we share in this series. And if you missed my first project, I will link it right here as promised, and I'll see you in the next video.